Hey, what's up you guys? Hope you're all doing well and good. I wanted to make a quick video and share my thoughts on the new phone that I picked up. It's this guy, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge. Let's clean it up a little bit. And you guys can see a better side profile of it right there. So yeah, it is very thin, basically thinner than a pencil. For $1,100, is this thing worth it? Maybe. It's generally up to you guys. Everybody's different, but historically, the Galaxy Ultra series, or the Notes, but they're the Ultras now, those pretty much outsell the S20. Like this year's the S25s, the S25 Plus. Last year's S24s, 23, 22. They outsell the base flagship and then the Plus flagship every year, hands down by a lot. And I think Samsung designed and engineered this guy just to have something different, so just to throw kind of a side gimmick into it, or just try something different that nobody's really like dedicatively done for a while now. And it does have the 200 megapixel main camera from the Ultra, so it inherits that from the Ultra. It does have the Snapdragon 8 Elite, but all in all, in the hands, it feels more than anything like a S25 Plus, but like it went on a diet. If it was a really thin one, basically. The color scheme on it, a lot of the times I usually go for black, unless there's a really cool side color, like a cool red or something like that. I might do that, but usually for my dailies, I usually do either black or gray. The closer to black I like better. And in this case this year, this titanium black actually is a little bit darker, so it's closer to black. It's still like a dark gray, or I mean maybe you could call it black, but it's not like true black or a jet black or something. Like the S25, the S25 Plus, and the S25 Ultra this year, they're black or gray. It's lighter than this. Like there's a noticeable difference between this being darker and having that. For a short period of time I had an S25 Ultra, great phone, has the super zoom, the S Pen, everything we've come to know and love. But yeah, that black it's a lighter, noticeably lighter than this, so the darker the better usually for me. I like it. But yeah, with it kind of taking features and equipment from like the Ultra and keeping this but shaving that, I think it's really interesting that they chose the 2-camera setup, which I personally actually really like. They kept the ultra wide and gave it the big boy, the 200 megapixel monster sensor, and you can do everything that the S25 Ultra can except for the zoom, basically, pretty much. It has all the same low light capabilities, excellent image processing. I'll show you guys some of the pictures I took already. Yeah, the color and dynamic range looks phenomenal. These pictures don't even really look like too sharpened like older Samsungs have, or previous generation Samsungs. Excellent light balance, excellent sharpness, but it doesn't look too like fake anymore. Plenty of detail you can punch in. Still a very, very, very versatile camera system. You can shoot and log. This thing can do 4K 120. Everything that the S25 Ultra can, pretty much. Yeah, and it seems like Samsung is pretty much constantly adding new features and controls on their camera app all the time, it seems like. So Samsung's official camera app just keeps getting better and better. You've still got 10 times zoom that you can use pretty much on anything, anywhere. But if you want to stick to the higher megapixel modes, it is going to limit you to just the main camera, especially on the 50 and 200 megapixel modes. And you can digital zoom you can punch in up to 5 times, but it's just kind of nuanced. But yeah, there's a lot of the same usual great Samsung stuff to love baked into this thing. It doesn't feel like, it's slimmed down, but it doesn't feel like it's missing anything. Like a lot of people will like go to their smartphone retailer, ask them what the best deal is, and if they have to choose between example, a 25, a 25 plus, or an ultra, they'll just get the best one. Most regular people just upgrade every like 2, 3, 4 years, give or take. With this, you know, if you want to dive into having this considerably flatter design, you know, usually you're not getting something like this without sacrifice. I haven't really found the sacrifices yet. I'm a Lightroom fiend. I edit photos in Lightroom for probably hours a day, is what it seems like, nearly every day. And I've done it quite a bit on this so far, and it gets a little hot, but it actually hasn't really, in my experience, this guy is actually running extremely well. It's perfectly fluid. The chip is flexing its muscles. This thing runs so perfect so far, like on par with like any OnePlus phones or anything with fluid animations, like maybe a Nothing phone. But yeah, so far it's gotten a little warm, but hasn't gotten super hot at all. And that actually basically outperforms my 16 Pro Max, because this thing gets hot and pretty much not cooks the case, but jokingly it sometimes feels like that. Like, this thing gets hot, and then I don't have to take it out of the case, but if I want to cool it down sooner, I'll take it out of the case and everything. But so far this performs better cooling wise than my 16 Pro Max, and that's definitely nothing to scoff at. It might just be a difference in optimization. I'm not an expert on that stuff, so I can only kind of guess. But yeah, so far it's been pretty much just all positives. Besides the $1,100 price tag and the fact that this thing attracts fingerprints like nothing other, it's been pretty much all good. Let me just kind of throw it in this case. This is a MagSafe Spigen case. This is like a new line for them, I think. It's like a teardown design. It's pretty cool, actually. I like it. It's made of a durable TPU. It was only like 20 bucks on Amazon, and it's got MagSafe built in, and it's got like this cool teardown design. So actually, I really like it. I ordered off Amazon, took like a day to get here. I'll link it down in the description if any of you guys want to look at it. But yeah, aesthetically, I like the 2 camera design over the triple technically, and I think this looks a lot better than, you know, that, the 3. I mean, at that point, just do 4, in my opinion. So like, here's an example of 4 camera modules. I think that looks better in terms of the orientation of the image sensor modules anyway, but it doesn't really matter too much. Anyway, while we're talking about performance and everything, this is a 13R, OnePlus 13R, and I have to say, current flagship OnePlus phones are every bit on tier of the current flagship Samsung phones. And for a long time, OnePlus had like the most fluid animations and everything. But like, this is like so good now. Like, just as an example, you can, you know, and then same for these now, you can do pretty much the same thing, which is really cool. One UI 7 has been amazing in a lot of different ways. But yeah, these are both clearly elite flagship level phones. I do have a Pixel 9 Pro XL also. Now, my favorite part of the Pixel is this. Swipe up, get your keyboard, search the app, or search for the app. I got into the habit of doing that a long time ago, so I just do it with everything pretty much. That's my favorite go-to feature when it comes to pretty much any Android device. Now, once you install Theme Park or maybe like a third-party app, there is ways to basically essentially do that. But you know, flicking up and then just hitting search for that 2 steps, it's not that bad. You know, that's a nitpick to complain about. But you know, when you do so many like Google searches per day, it adds up. Gemini runs excellent on this thing. My other favorite feature that Android phones have that iPhones do not is circle to search. I think circle to search, whoever had that idea, it was just the most genius idea. And I wish iPhone would copy it. I don't know if there's patents on it or whatever, but I love using circle to search on all of my Android phones. I just think it's like the best feature. So that's very enjoyable working off of this. Yeah, if you guys have, you know, a relatively new Samsung phone, if you've never downloaded Theme Park, or I'm sorry, Good Lock is the parent app. If you've never downloaded Good Lock off of the Samsung Galaxy Store, definitely do that. And then check out all of these. Basically, they're extensions, or like they advance the existing operational settings and features that this has on it. Like you can change animations, enable certain different parameters, you can create custom lock screens. If you want to set up third-party icon packs, that's how you do that. Or if you want to do a custom scheme notifications panel. I'm still kind of getting used to the swipe down and then swipe over for the control panel thing, but so far it seems pretty cool. Obviously, if I had notifications, it would go right there. Let's just set that back to normal for a sec. Let's go to quick panel and then on apply, and then just like stock. Yeah, so you can keep them separated to left and right pages, or you can set it to back to together like it was. Yeah, so if you prefer the old way, you just go to panel settings and separate. And it looks like you can even switch the sides. You can put the panel on the left side as well. Oh, another thing that's on the new One UI software, I saw people were doing this and I couldn't figure out how to do it, but I personally like it like this, to where it's just like a drawer design rather than you swipe down and you have the pages, which is like Samsung has always done. That's been one of the things that I've never liked the pages as far as like how Samsung did it before. But you can do this now. And when you update or you get your new phone, it's gonna be custom order off the bat. So when you get out of the box, it's gonna be in a page format just like this, which this actually looks better than it did for a long time. But if you want to just swap it, there's no way to just switch it to drawer mode, or it doesn't say that. What you have to do is go sort and then alphabetical order, and it moves it to page format just like that. So kind of an interesting way to go about it. I wish it was more direct than that, but it's cool. Another quick trick that I learned that I don't think you could always do before is you can actually tap the clock out front and it'll bring up just the time. Like, so if you're trying to run a timer or you're trying to keep track of the exact seconds, you could do that. It works really good. You can long press to edit. There's additional options because I have lock start turned on, but you know, you can reframe and do different effects and all that. It's really cool. It does have an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. I put a cheap tempered glass screen protector on this guy, so it doesn't work nearly as good. If I press it down pretty firmly, if you're going to use the fingerprint sensor a lot and you want to have a screen protector over it, make sure you get a good one. That way it doesn't completely inhibit the use of the ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. Also, I do have face setup on it as well. It's getting pretty good. I was surprised it missed right there. It's pretty quick now. It's not as secure as an iPhone, just because, you know, it has the infrared sensor on top. I don't know how easy that is to see, but yeah, that's different technologies being used than just the front camera on it. But yeah, titanium frame, and as far as the screens on it, it is an LTPO 120 Hz AMOLED panel. Screen size is 6.7 inches, and it has Corning Gorilla Glass Ceramic 2. But yeah, that's been pretty much it. I just wanted to share my thoughts. Feel free to share yours. Tell me what you think, or if you picked up an S25 Edge as well. How are you liking it? Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.